Well, by now you should have your rose all painted. It should be a beautiful shimmering white. And see, it really wasn't that hard after all. This is Debra L. Welty, KoalityArt.com, back to show you how to do the leaves and the stem. We're probably going to go between the number 2 and the number 4 brush to do this part. I'm going to load the brush the same way that I did before by smashing the paint into the bottom half of the bristles. And I am going to do the same thing I did with the rose petals. I am going to outline the stem first by holding my brush perpendicular to the surface and drawing a line with the chisel edge. And then I'm just going to pull it in a little bit. All we want to do is just create a little bit of color in there. Keep it dark there where this last petal is casting a shadow, and then on the leaves, let's do the same thing. I found it just seems to really help it to give that little bit of outline on those edges. So for the leaves, what I want you to do is get a brush that fits about right for the size of, oh, they're kind of jagged, so for that jaggedy edge, start at the top, set your brush down, and pull in and leave that edge jagged. Pull it in towards the center. We're going to leave it dark in the middle where we're going to run a vein up through the center of it. And see, I'm still angling and I'm still pointing towards the stem. Then I am going to turn it and turn my brush, and I'm going to come down the other side. Just a very, very simple leaf. I will load the brush again, and I will run right up through that center with my chisel edge. The harder I press, the wider the stem will be. And then I will just run a couple of small ones off to the sides for the side veins. And there you have a leaf. Here again, you can always add a little more paint where you think you want it to be brighter. I think I'm doing okay with the number 4, and it goes faster. If you can use a bigger brush, the biggest brush that you can use in an area is always the best. Now we want some brush strokes, but a lot of times you don't want brush strokes, and you'll have fewer brush strokes if you use a larger brush. It helps cover the area a lot quicker. See how quickly we can just flick on some nice jagged rose leaves. And as this starts to absorb into our surface, we can always add more paint. And then we will run up through here with our center vein and then our side veins. And we can connect our stem here. And then we only have one more leaf to do down here. I have to turn it so that I can get the right angle, so that I can be pulling it at an angle. It's not going to look right if you pull it straight. You want to pull it down towards the stem. That's just the one main important thing you want to keep in mind. You're always aiming for that stem. We will run our vein right up through the middle there, and our little veins off to the sides. Connect it on down to here. And you have got yourself a beautiful white rose. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time, and let me know how your rose came out. Debra L. Welty, KoalityArt.com. Bye.